Greetings and welcome, gamers and farmers. Farmers playing farming simulator ideas. I am Gamer Mengel, and this is my entry 2 into the map I'm creating called Wellington. It's based in the Western Cape, South Africa, and I just want to give a quick update on my progression in this said map. Let's jump over into the Giants editor and I'll show you what I've been doing for the last 2.5 weeks. However, if you did miss the previous episode, I'll have a link up at the top right. Be sure to click, have a look at my first episode regarding my thought process on this map, creating it, my reasoning and why and how and whatnots. However, this time around, I'm not going to go into great depth. I'm just going to do a quick demo, just riding around in the game and showing you in Giants Editor what I've done. So let's jump in. So over in the Giants Editor, I've added some barbed wire fencing. We are expanding to the western side of the map. I'm more or less happy with majority of the playable area, if you will. The fields are, the boundaries are made, and the map will start with various crops in various phases, and the river, it's been it's got the water, and if I quickly, I'll drive by in game. I'll just drop the volume because last time the volume was a bit high. We've got a few, and this is being modeled off using the Google Maps screenshot of the area. So we've got some buildings down. This is not going to be playable areas, so I've placed down a barbed wire fence. The fence is, it's not straight. I've got OCD like in a small degree, and it really annoys me when it curves like this, but nonetheless I guess I'll just leave it as is to have it more organic. I mean, things is not 100% straight and precise in real life. We've got some trees in the background, and then over here at the entrance you can drive through. Not too much I should actually show in Giants Editor, but I'm trying to work it off so that you can't see over the edge of the border map. Try and blend the river bending out of the playable area. And then over here I've made some fields that these are going to be viable, but they're not going to be defaulted into fields. And then if you drive from farther away, the what is it called, the terrain foliage disappears. And for that reason I used a terrain detailed paint texture which is brown, just to not let everything look as green as you can see over here in the direction we're facing now. So this is how far I've gotten. I'm still aiming to have this finished in December, and I'll probably pick up the tempo, if not this week coming, but towards the end of November, especially in the first 2 weeks in December, I'm going to pick up the tempo and hopefully have it done. So this is how far I've gotten in Giants Editor. So basically over there I've done the deco, and on the northern side majority of the deco is done. So these fields are going to be fairly quick, I believe. I just basically need to make the dirt roads, and then as I've done there far north, and just make the foliage texture, and then that's it. I don't need to put down any sort of scripts for the fields. I don't need to put down the field dimensions and all of that in the map indicators. Just before we head into farming simulator, the game itself, I'm just quickly gonna, my sensitivity is not that high, so I move a bit slow. So you'll see if you look further towards the north, I should probably head over there. You'll see we've got the buildings down and the greenhouses. So we've started placing those. I still have some to do. The tree line far to the far north. And then obviously I don't need to bother to put down too much of the roads and things like that because you're never going to see it in game. So that's that in Giants Editor. Let's jump over in game. So in game, if we head over to mods, you can see there's my map of Wellington. And then if we just do a career, let's just take any game. I'm not currently playing, focusing on the editor, and I've got Project Zomboid series that's basically finished now, first season, and I'm starting a 7 Days to Die series, and then obviously cards, the World War II collectible card game. It's still my main YouTube series I'm focusing on, but I will be picking up Farming Simulator, playing it in my private time, December, January. So first off, let's just buy something to drive around in, and today let's just go over Feint, fairly fast I guess. Escape, should have grabbed my Xbox controller, but nonetheless we'll be driving around with keyboard and mouse. So there's the Feint, the PDA minimap, as you guys can see. So we've got field 1 to 33. I still need to place the buyable fields. I'm going to do that very neatly. I'm going to separate them. So that's still what I need to do. And this is probably going to be like more of a residential area, and I'll place the shop somewhere probably around over here where the mouse is currently pointing. And then I'll have to place, I'm going to place like grain silage points maybe over here, thinking probably around there. So this is a winery, vineyard, so I'll probably not have it 100% geographically correct according to PDA, towards the Google Maps screenshot of this area. However, I am taking a lot of inspiration, and I'm using a screenshot, a satellite screenshot. I keep calling it a screenshot. Satellite picture of this area to make my map. So if you are watching more or less around November or December 2019 while I'm still creating this map, if you have any recommendations regarding this area, it would be appreciated. I'm not too sure what to do here because it doesn't, I'm probably going to have to put down some bushes, but it doesn't look organic. It just looks, I don't know. If you drive inside the cabin, it looks better. Let me check the volume. Volume. I think it's a lot softer. Let's keep it as such. Stated this in the previous entry as well, entry 1. The dirt roads, the terrains are not smooth, it's not level, it's got bumpiness to it. So if you're driving in your tractors, it needs to feel realistic. That is what I was aiming for. Let's not drive around the bank. I did that in my entry 1. So if you want to have a look around driving clockwise around the river, along the river, check out entry 1 once again. You can check my playlist, click on my Gamer Mengel name, and then just go to my playlists. I'll put down a Farming Simulator map creation playlist. Just check out the entry 1. And then we've got various grasses. I'm just trying to make it look authentic. I am amateur modder. I'm doing this all alone in my part-time. So just want to represent South Africa, but not doing this full-time or not being extremely professional at modding. So that water source over there to the, well, it's to the top of the screen, but to the east of the PDA mini-map, you'll see it's on the map as well, on the mini-map at the bottom left of the screen. coming up to this area where there's a whole bunch of greenhouses, etc., you'll notice there's another water source that's also in the map. So taking the left here, this is where the map border is going to be. You can't go any more north from at this location. So I got the foliage. It's just grass. I'm thinking I can probably place foliage like sunflowers or grains or something. I think it doesn't. I'm not too sure. That's something one needs to test. I'm not too sure if it will wither in game if you place it in the editor. Nonetheless, I've painted the textures of the ground in a different color, and then obviously the decorative grass, you'll see it's got different shades of green, which is also very nice. If you're inside of the cabin, it's looking better, but if you zoom out, you've got that circle around the tractor that you can always see the foliage, and then just further along it kind of disappears. Good stuff. So yeah, it takes time, man. I was very enthusiastic with this challenge I gave myself. So this will be a viable field on the left here. That's grass. If you go into the main map screen and you toggle the grass, you'll notice only field 33 comes up as grass. Everything else, it's decorative grass. It's not grass that you can cut and harvest, I guess you would say, forage. So that's another thing I changed up in my map according to other maps available, because this would usually pick up all green where you've got grass placed, but yes, that's not forageable grass, it's just decorative grass, so it doesn't pick up in the filters. Come on, faint. It's going 53. It's going faster than the brochure states. We're going as fast as we can, folks. Please be patient. So those mirrors do reflect. Yes, they do. Alright. Yeah, this is an awesome game. So this is what I've been doing. This was not here last week, so this is all decorative. And I guess here it looks a little bit more organic because I've placed some bushes and trees. And we're gonna have to go through the water. Nice. I need to get bridges. I will not be putting bridges. I guess the edge of the map there is okay, and I believe that's the texture painted on the ground. It's like leaves, but you can't see it. You can't get close enough to see it. You'll just basically see the field that's plowed. The foliage level filter, the foliage layer overlaps the paint, and we'll be placing a road here, and I guess that's all I can show for the last 2 weeks work. That's all, folks. And then we've got short decorative grass. Where I'm driving now, I'm going to place the tar roads. Where it's got the darker green paint texture, we're going to place a whole bunch of trees. So I'm thinking this is going to be the viable land where you can place your own, you can do forestry if you're feeling so inclined. So this is going to be viable over here on the left. And then obviously, as stated, here to the right of the tractor, to my right currently, where you can see there's no work being done, only like brown texture road, paint texture. I'll be making the fields viable, but they will not be. They will basically, you'll have to buy a piece of land and you'll have to plow your own field. It's not going to be pre-done like I've done there in the middle of the map. It's basically just going to be like a canvas. So it will be up to the players using my map. And I'm trying to keep the models as much as possible Giants official models, and hopefully they'll accept my map on ModHub, so you guys can download it in game, and hopefully on consoles as well. But I guess time will tell. If not, then I'll be placing it on third-party mod websites for Farming Simulator 19, and this is the example of the road that we'll be placing roads as such, and then we'll have another bridge further south toward the front of the tractor. That's all I've got to show, so we'll pick it up in 2 weeks time again, probably towards the end of November or early December, and hopefully I'll have a lot more to show by then. If you checked out episode entry 1 and 2, thank you for following my progress in this map creation. If you are a first time viewer, check out entry 1, you'll see some more of my thinking behind the creation of this map. If you have any recommendations or thoughts or anything you would like to share, drop me a comment, it would be much appreciated. Until entry 3, you guys have an awesome time, and as I'd like to state in Afrikaans, you have yourselves a lovely week, and lekker dag, and bye bye.